just for everybody uh, to know, these are all three of these interviews are a part of our 4-year anniversary of interviews. 4 years ago, our first interview was with Whiskey John, and now 4 years later, three 350 interviews later, Lord Philip Rising, Pixel, and Anarchid S. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for everything that you've done to kind of keep us going and providing you with great listening of and great interviews. Um, November 4th, we have Thomas Ramsey. On the 5th, we have Shameka. On the 12th, we have Ken Pyro. On the 13th, we have Adrian Gomez. On the 19th, we have Kiki Van Gogh. And on the 20th, we have Cahigas. So, November already filling up fast as well. Keep in tune with our social media at Wrestling with E, both on X and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing. But I think I put us over enough. No, Kaliko?
I mean, it's a never ending. We're always over, sir. You can't put over something that's already over.
For sure. And there's one. It's one thing of going over, and there's another of running somebody over. It's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the news, and the first bit of news we have this week is the tickets for WrestleMania 41 went on sale yesterday, I believe. Well, there was a pre-sale as well.
Yeah, pre-sale was like Wednesday.
Yeah, depending on if you had the code. Spoiler alert: everybody had the fucking code.
Yes.
You know, and tickets started at $450 for nosebleed seats. That's just to get into like the last tier. Because of Ticketmaster's scamming. I mean, dynamic pricing. um, that
Scamming.
that went to the 450 skyrocketed to a $1,600, which is 75% over the original price. Which is kind of, honestly, kind of scummy if I'm being completely honest. Okay, let's say, and that's not without the, all the fees and taxes as well. The handling fees, the
The service
service
fee.
fees, we fuck you up the ass fee, the, here's, a hepatitis fee, all those fees.
You stole the pre-sale code fee.
Yeah. Yeah. So, first and foremost, let's start with the 450 mark. Because that seems like a really high fucking number to start with. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get those types of prices when you're going through scalpers, but not necessarily when you go through, Ticketmaster or Access. You know what I mean?
As the WrestleMania attending veteran on this panel, damn, I feel like I'm old. I'm giving my age away right there. Personally, I'm rather disappointed. However, considering I've been to WrestleManias a lot, this was par for the course. Because they know. And the only thing I hate with the dynamic pricing, because they seem to upcharge the sections where people are going to want it the most, which are mostly those center sections, right?
Right.
I think that's what really pisses me off about it. Um, and the problem I hate, my biggest problem with this is that like a person who has kids and they live in Vegas, they're priced out now.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. It's a huge problem. It's not okay, I'll say this. It's a problem in the aggregate, in the initial. And the reason I tell, and I can only speak from my experience because me personally, I'm in the minority where I don't get those tickets during the pre-sale because, or the week of, or the first month of, because it's that everyone's dealing with FOMO.
Right.
And everybody's just going to get it just to get in the building. And what happens is when they release those tickets, they don't even release all the tickets. Because in this case, think about it. They're just releasing them on 2-day combos. So they're trying to get everybody into the 2-day combo bit. And then I'd say about maybe 2 or 3 months later, that's when they're going to go individual. And then that's not even including when they release tickets once the stage is complete, because this is pre-stage design.
Yeah, though if you were on the site map, it wasn't necessarily specific of where the stage was going to be.
Right, because they have to. I mean, they have the general consensus of how it's going to look, but once the stage is built, that's when more tickets come out. Me personally, I always wait till right around the Rumble, or I wait till the Rumble or like right around February, because that's when that's when I can find a seat that I want. And this is just a tip for all my people out there. Sometimes just wait till the last minute. I mean, I can only put SummerSlam in this context because keep in mind, SummerSlam, when those tickets first came out, Jesus Christ, and those were high. And I waited till like the day before, and I got ringside tickets for $500. So I mean, there is it's a trade-off thing, right? Are you willing to do it just to get it, to say that you got it and you got it out the way? Because most people are working on their anxieties, right?
Right.
Or they do it just to get that anxiety out of the way. The fact that, because they personally feel like, well, shit, if I got to pay this much now, I can only imagine when it's a third-party site, right?
Right.
So that's where I kind of hate Ticketmaster for it, because if that price is already high, so let's say $1,600 for the nosebleeds, that ticket is going for 2 days is going to be an easy $4,000 on StubHub, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of gouges us a bit. So I wait. I'm a patient guy because I usually wait to get the ticket price I want, because keep in mind, people buy tickets, and then next thing you know, and this is another thing too, because the scalpers do that too. They buy the tickets and they're just holding and holding and holding and holding, but the market is going to keep it going down and down and down and down. The only time that didn't happen when I tried to get tickets was WWE Day 1, and that was because I guess everyone kind of figured The Rock was going to be there.
Yeah.
So that's the only time. But even then, here, people are buying 2-day tickets, and a majority of them probably want to see Roman and Rock, which we assume that's night 2.
Depending on how they decide to do things.
Could be night 1.
Right.
Cena's final match could be night 2, could be night 1. So I tell people, just if you're gonna go, fine. If you really can't afford the double tickets, wait for the card to play out for the night that you really want to go to. Me personally, I think night 1 is usually like pretty goddamn good.
Yeah,
Night one is usually the better night of the two, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with that.
But and night two gives you the bigger payoff. Night one, you get the better matches,
Yes.
and that's where So it's just a matter of what you prefer, or do what I do. I wait till the last minute, and next thing you know, they got floor seats for 150, and I just take advantage. I mean, but that's what I say. Don't feel for the people who are really, really trying to who really want to go and they feel like they're pressed out. Don't give up hope. Just stack your bread. Watch how the market goes, and that's not just including Ticketmaster. Watch how the market goes with StubHub. Watch how the market goes with all the third-party sites. Because what's happening is it's going to be high now because everybody's getting them now. This is the hot ticket, if you will. It's gonna dip a bit, and then the Royal Rumble's gonna happen, and then they're gonna find out who's gonna be in the main event or the championship match. It might spike a little bit, but keep in mind when it spikes, that's when they're gonna split it, and then they're gonna go, okay, night one tickets on sale, night two tickets on sale, so where you can piecemeal it. And then it'll dip and dip and dip and dip, and as it gets closer to the show, I mean, you'll get tickets. I think me personally, I've done it. 39, me and my kid, we literally drove to LA, no tickets. I spent at best $700 for both nights.
It's not really a matter of like if you can get tickets or if you can or can't. It's really a matter of can you afford tickets, because usually and I know economy-wise we've gone so far off the rails it's not even funny. But going from tickets start at $25 to tickets start at $40, tickets start at $60, tickets starting at $450 without dynamic pricing. That's
I think
fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but I think this is just to get the people because there are people who probably stack their bread to get to this point, and they're going to get it regardless. For the people who kind of thought it was going to be that way and it's not that way, I'm saying don't give up the hope, because me personally, I've seen it happen. The market right now, the market is inundated. The market, this is the highest it's going to be because everybody, and it's going to hold for a while. It's just the patience. I tell people just be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. And I juxtapose that with my, I had a friend who this is the people who are most susceptible to buying them, first time WrestleMania goers.
Right.
Because the first timers, it's like I can't, that feeling of I cannot miss it, especially if you live in Vegas, you wasn't able to go to LA for some reason, you weren't able to go to Phoenix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those people are going to be the people that I'm talking to as far as like, just hold it. Because I had a friend, it was his first WrestleMania, 39. Never forget, I told him, wait, just wait. He couldn't wait because he was just, I got to get it. He ended up getting section in the, let's say in the hundreds. And I want to say in the 100 risers. And I think he spent like 5 or 7 because he got the package. And then he's like, and then next thing you know, he saw me on the floor and he was like, how the fuck you get on the floor? Like, bro, I told you to wait. I paid $300 night one. And night one was Usos, Sammy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. And then night two, even better. I mean, but so I tell people don't feel discouraged with this pricing. It fucking sucks because WWE should know better. 10 years ago, those tickets, my first WrestleMania was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, those tickets were, and that was in New Orleans, 600s. I was able to get like 4 tickets for like $200.
forget
But granted,
about
it's a one night
10,
show. But
forget about 2 years ago. Forget about 10 years ago. 2 years ago, WrestleMania 39. The I got two tickets for 2 nights, so that's 4 tickets for
mm-hmm.
less than what they're charging for the nosebleeds at the 1,600 mark.
Right.
So I mean that was literally 2 years ago, and it feels like WWE is low key. This is a glamour thing now. You have to be rich to go to WrestleMania. You have to be somebody. You can't just be,
Um.
your average Joe that comes off the street. And, I kind of feel low key that, despite, personal transgressions, Vince McMahon would have never done that.
Uh, I beg to differ, but I see, because this is the first WrestleMania in the TKO era, if you will.
Wasn't the last one was the TKO era?
Well, no, I'm talking about. Well, the last one was like when it was it finalized by that time?
Yeah. I mean, Rock was
Okay,
on the board, and Triple H and Vince was kicked out. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so well, belay my last, but to me, I think it has something to kind of do with the UFC in a sense, because UFC tickets usually kind of go around that. And I know because I go to both. UFC tickets usually kind of are in that realm. It's one of those where it's a spectacle. I understand how you feel about that part, and I will never say, hey, they're going to do what they're. I mean, I'm never going to say that's right. I'm telling people just there are strategies. So don't think that, don't think because they want it now that you have to do it now. Just be patient, and the pricing that you want will come. I mean, what I did was go to StubHub, set an alert. I will not buy a ticket no less than this price in this section. And sure enough, alerts will come. They may not come when you want it, but just be prepared when it's time to strike. Because the moment you're ready, you gotta go.
There definitely seems like there was an outcry on social media that dynamic pricing not included, that these are some ridiculous prices.
Oh
Going
yeah,
from
fucking ridiculous.
$40, price $40 for a ticket to 450. That's more than 100% on. Um, and I think it's just kind of tone deaf, especially of where we are in the world today, to charge that much money when you kind of know people are struggling. Uh,
I mean, to their this is the only thing I'm gonna, and I'll never defend this pricing. To their defense, 2 nights in the nosebleeds is still cheaper than one night at the Super Bowl in the nosebleeds.
I mean, we don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl.
But
It's pro
I
wrestling.
am, but what I'm doing is I am me.
I
I
get
look
what
at,
you mean.
because this is what I do. I'm looking at pricing throughout the spectrum of sports,
No, I
right?
get what you mean.
So what I'm saying is, even though we're pissed because I mean, the community has a right to be pissed. I look at all of it and I'm like, damn, that's bad. And then I already know these Super Bowl tickets that was probably in Vegas was easily 5-6 grand just to high five Jesus in that same spot. So I mean, I'm looking at it from context, and I'm also telling people, hey, that doesn't mean you got to buy it. Just wait your time. I promise y'all, wait y'all time. In fact, I should do like I'm gonna have a little journey with this, because I got to get 4 tickets, because I got to get two nights for me and my kid. So I will personally do a journey where I record myself doing a journal of like, how the market's looking and win the strike.
Hmm.
Because to me, I'm all about getting people to the outcome that they want.
All right. Well, speaking of people not getting the outcome they want, Jey Uso, dropped the Intercontinental Championship on Raw after like what, 3, 4 weeks as champion. So yeah, that definitely happened. Um, it's just it's so funny how I wasn't a big fan of Jay winning the championship in the first place. Like when it was just a random Raw, like we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he lost the championship, I'm once again not really not liking the outcome of that either. So I just feel like they're kind of half in, half out, kind of scrambling to a degree. Like this is kind of, you know, Triple H's booking has been pretty solid, but if I'm being completely honest, this is looking more like Vince McMahon booking. No,
Nope. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Y'all wanted them in War Games, right?
wait,
Y'all wanted him to come on home, right? Right?
right,
Right? So that, and I kept telling y'all, if he's the champion, he cannot do it because there's an obligation with the championship. So there has to be a reason for him to do it. Now he has his reason to do it because his reason was not going to be to reconcile with Roman. His reason is going to be to get revenge for them fucking him over. And that's literally the whole premise of him being in it. I told y'all this, and y'all looked at me like, oh, he's going to be in it. And I'm like, he can't be in it and be the champion. He cannot. Because it kind of overshadows everything, and it kind of, it doesn't placate into the story of him walking in as a champion.
I mean, I do feel like, it does make sense, from a storyline perspective, obviously. But I feel like it could have been done better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Nope. That was the way it had to be done, where they fucked him over with the title. See, here was the problem with him. And this is, and he's kind of in the story with him is kind of like, in the sense like he didn't want to be in it anyway, and he feels like he went out of his way to even talk to Solo,
Right.
and he caught hell just for that. So that's the plot. Like, that's the underlying plot, because it's like, damn, I told y'all I didn't want anything to do with this. I'm just telling y'all, chill. And now I'm catching this hell. Oh yeah, it's on. See, that's how I see it. But
what about Braun Breaker? I mean, we made all this big whoop-de-doo and huff over him, and he got his crowning moment at SummerSlam fighting, Sammy, or beating Sammy, and then it kind of seemed anticlimactic that he lost to Jay and a random Raw, and now has the championship. He lost the championship, and now he gained the championship. But obviously, it was in clusterfuckery, means. I kind of feel like it hurts him a bit. Am I wrong for feeling that way?
I don't think it's gonna hurt him. It's just, it didn't hurt him because the problem was people thought it was gonna hurt him, but now, see, we're looking at it now. we're looking at everything piece to piece instead of the whole story, right?
Right.
So look at the whole story. He had the title. The story easily is he probably underestimated Jey, said he was going to be, tipped his hat to him and became the better man. Pretty much kind of played him to get kind of played him as in the sportsmanship type of deal, knowing that he was just wanting to get his title back. And now he got the title back. I think it kind of made him in a meaner sense. And it wasn't like he appreciated them getting in his way, too, because him and Jacob had a little. So,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not this thing where Braun is just, oh, I'm happy I won the belt because of the bloodline. It's like, bitch, you kind of got in my way. And that's what he needs to be, because he's this guy where he's a prideful dude. His character is very prideful.
Right.
Especially to the point where someone else is interfering in what he needs to do. Now, granted, he'll take the win, but that doesn't mean he likes what happened. Because he's the type of person where he wants to win it on his own merit. He's trying to be this dominant, I'll fuck you up, Brock Lesnar-ish type guy.
Right. Well, it's definitely Survivor Series is starting to shape up, to say the least. Somebody that won't be there is Samantha Irvin. She has departed WWE. It came to a shock by a lot of people, not just fans, but people internally in WWE as well. Ricochet has already said on social media, don't expect her to come to AEW, but, that doesn't, stop people from...
That ain't gonna stop people from blaming his ass. I already know where you go with that.
Yeah. So, personally, I didn't have that much of a connection to Samantha Irvin. I did not think she was as good of an announcer as people said she was. I get that she was just very much liked, and that's completely fine. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Samantha Irvin leaving WWE?
They liked her because she was pretty and she had yams. Let's be honest. It is shocking, especially. But then again, she's more of an artist, and I think being in the WWE can be a grind for most people. That people don't think so. If you don't think so, go look up. I impose people to look up Glassdoor. Then you can get like job reviews about WWE, and they are like 3.5 to 3.8 average. And the number one thing people say, it's a fucking grind. It is in a sense, because you're always on a swivel, you're always moving, you're always on the go. So I could see her. She probably did this for 4 years, touring, and even with
maybe more,
about 4. Probably even more considering NXT. So you're thinking 4 years touring, going out, being around about, and for ladies in general, it's a toll. Because you kind of just want to be at the crib. Even a once a week schedule, it's a bitch, because she seems like the type of person that's more into music.
Right. And I believe that's her reason for leaving, is she wanted to pursue her music more.
Yes, and music is a full-time, that's a 24/7 thing, because she had done it with WWE for sure, while still being there for sure. I think that she just feels like she wouldn't have been able to give it her all as much as she should with WWE. So, to me, if that's her reason, more power to her. The first thing when everybody said she was leaving, though, everybody was saying, "God damn it, Ricochet, it's your fault. You're just gonna catch his hell, my guy. I don't. Hey, I know it ain't your fault, but you gonna catch this heat because somebody they gonna want to blame somebody. Um, but in all seriousness, I mean, more power to her. Good luck to her. I mean, y'all got Lillian back, so hey, it's I mean, it's a decent trade in a sense.
Yeah, like Lillian Garcia back. I'm not upset about that. Um, next,
I don't think a lot of people are upset about it. If it was somebody they didn't know, it would probably be like, "What the fuck?" So it just
I wouldn't
you know
mind if they maybe brought Tony Chimmel back.
he ain't coming back. I
Yeah,
mean, John Roberts coming back would have been cool, but I mean
I mean, if
that
they
ain't
got the
happening.
Ricci
But
brought out and brought Howard Finkel back, that would have been low key cool.
it, I mean, yeah, bring him back from the dead like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I mean, bring back Gorilla while you at it.
Will you stop
And
it?
Bobby. Bring back Gorilla and Bobby and Scooter. See, let's bring everybody back. It's Halloween. Bring them all back, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go. But
Scooter will be like, yeah, no, I'm good where I am.
nah, he'll come back, especially when the Mets were this close to this World Series. He'll bring his ass back.
I would definitely like to bust his balls about the Mets, Yankees in the World Series.
I'm just saying, he'll bring his ass back for the Mets. Don't play him. Don't play him like that. But yeah, all in all, though, good luck to her. Whatever she does, I hope she's. I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll succeed. Uh, maybe she saw what happened to when Elias released the album and was like, "Fuck all that." I mean, you can't get the motive, man. People's motives, but shit. Good luck to her and hope Godspeed.
I think her biggest contribution to WWE as of now is Chelsea Green.
I mean, the Cody call.
I mean, that's one call.
That's a good call.
I mean, it was a good call at the time, but like, do you want your announcers to get emotional?
No, them dresses.
Hmm? But yeah. Well, we will see what happens to Samantha. Wish her the best in she does. We are probably expecting her to be on Only Wrestlers soon as well.
Oh God, if she's on there, she's breaking the internet. I'm just letting you know that now. She was breaking the internet with just like bikini pics and semi nude
Meltzer to report on it and say that he has a chance of going to AEW to kind of discredit Uncle Dave. Um, like Dave Meltzer will say, "Oh, he's available. AEW's talking to him," and then WWE is like, "No, we signed him. He's still with us." Um, that's what's being reported. I kind of feel like that's pretty petty. I mean,
Really?
I feel like WWE doesn't necessarily need to do that. Dave, he discredits himself every time he talks at this point. So he don't need WWE's help at this point. I think it's kind of a stupid way of looking at it if it is indeed true and not just a rumor and innuendo.
That's true, but sometimes they do shit to be petty and prove a point. And it's them being like, you think you know, but you don't know. But then again, Dave is also like Mr. AEW, so it's hard for him to know. I mean, based on his star rating,
yeah,
you should see how he rolls. So, I mean, it's nothing new in that regard.
It's pretty much, we could pretty much say that Kevin Owens is definitely WWE. Right?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
He ain't going nowhere. He's got a set schedule. He's on set money. He's never been below mid card ever.
And I mean, he's in currently a rivalry with Cody Rhodes. I mean, the biggest star that they have.
I mean, honestly, it's a triangle between him, Cody, and Randy. So yeah, he's easily, because I mean, the only reason I say that because him and Randy are facing each other at Crown Jewel. So
right.
He's always facing top tier stars. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, no, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
he good. He good.
Somebody that might not be good. Carlito, Caribbean Cool, and Hot Roto. If you watched Monday Night Raw on, Monday, I kind of gave that away already. There was a segment with Carlito, Io Shirai and Kairi Sane were arguing with Adam Pearce. They speak Japanese, clearly. Carlito comes in while they're leaving. They're still grumbling, and Carlito makes the comment, "I gotta learn Chinese." I saw that. I did hear that. I kind of chalked it up as, did he actually know that they were Japanese rather than Chinese? But the WWE is saying we're not happy with the line, as it was an ad-lib. What are your thoughts on it?
I just, honestly, it was a line to show his ignorance. It was supposed to have been him humiliating himself due to his ignorance, right? That's how I took it, because, and I can only say this from experience, I had a story time.
Okay.
So I went to I was first coming to California, first coming to Cali. Went to a sushi spot. Asked them for orange chicken. They looked at me like, "Bro, that is so Chinese." You see what I'm saying? So it my ignorance became a joke of everything, right? So I guess because I was in that situation, I could see it from that perspective. I could also see people taking it wrong.
Right.
So I'm not saying just blow it off. I think it was a joke that just didn't land well, and rather than just going, okay, it didn't land well, move on, they're piling it as someone being racist or bigoted or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, right?
And
So that's where I see it as, and
let
just
me
bad joke that landed.
let me ask you this: if our troop said that line, would we have would we be having this
Oh no,
conversation?
no, we would not be having this conversation.
Right. Because I mean, this is the coming from a world of Tom and Nick Mysterio, so like it's in his character to get those things wrong.
Right,
But
and he's trying to push himself as that Latin R-Truth, and the problem is he doesn't have the credibility of that at like R-Truth.
right, and I mean, I never saw Carlito as the dumb guy or the guy that gets things wrong. He's the cool guy. That it's literally his thing. I don't. If they are doing something different with the character, I don't necessarily like that. Um, he's just the dumb little buddy to the what are they called? The Judgment Day. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, he was kind of in that role anyway because I told you he's the bottom lackey because
JD has a
Dom is with
title.
JD and JD is not the lackey anymore. JD used to be the lackey
Yeah.
and then R-Truth came and he was the lackey for a bit, but when
He
R-Truth
wasn't even
left,
a
JD,
part of Judgment Day.
sir, as long as I'm pretty sure that merch moving, he was part of the Judgment Day. Anyway,
I mean, yeah, he said that with Priest. So yeah, that was
yeah, yeah, there you go. See, so he was Judgment Day, sir. But then when he left, JD became the lackey. They kicked Priest out, so now it's Finn and JD are kind of like I'm not gonna say. I mean, they say it's no leaders, but to be quite honest, they're co-leaders in this whole thing, and they're trying to set Carlito up in this comedy love angle with Raquel.
right.
So that's and I mean it's something new, something a side of him that no one probably got to see because I mean he did have a little bit of comedy, but nothing like the R-Truth ish style. And it makes sense for someone like Carlito to kind of be in a culture shock because keep in mind he went from LWO to Judgment Day goth rock. That's like going from Oakland and living in New York City. It's going to be a culture shock.
Fair enough. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's as big of a deal as maybe people are making of it. Um,
Yeah, I don't think
it
so
was
either.
just a bad joke at the wrong time.
Yep.
Alright, talking about bad jokes, Drew Gulak is back on the independent scene. He did an event with, Beyond Wrestling. Um, he got in a confrontation with, friend of the show, Masha Slamovich, and he asked her if, she ever felt uncomfortable with him being around, and did he ever bully her or make her feel threatened in the locker room? Obviously referring to that, the reason he got fired to WWE was being a bully in the NXT locker room. The allegations from Ronda Rousey, which were just weird in general, and kind of playing all of that into a storyline. Um, I get where he's going with it. Um, but do you really want to have a storyline where your have allegations against you when you do have allegations against you in, you know, the real
I
world?
mean, art imitates life, and in this instance, it's I can see him trying to do it to make a way to clear his name. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hmm. I mean, it is a very wrestling thing to, art imitates life. Always kind of has been. But a lot of people are saying that it's really poor taste, that it's not something he should have done. Um, I mean, to each their own. Um, Maybe it was too soon, but we'll see what Beyond does because they are on the smaller side of the they're on the bigger side of the independents, and I don't necessarily see them wanting to get into heat for something like that.
I mean, they wouldn't have put it on if they didn't want to get in the heat.
I mean, if that was true, that other company in New York would have brought in Velveteen Dream.
True. I mean, it is. I mean, everybody. I mean, everybody has a right to make their living, and whether people feel like, and I know this is totally off script. Everyone is human. People make mistakes. There's good and evil in everyone. People fuck up. As long as they atone for it, try to do their best to make it right by their standards and by society standards. Yes, you can kind of keep the little judgment on them, but that doesn't give you the right to exclude them from society as a one, because it's almost like it's a zero tolerance policy, and
Oh yeah,
I hate, and that's something I don't ascribe to, because I always tell people don't think you're Batman because there's a Batman and Joker in all of us. It's just a matter of which one we constantly listen to.
right. All right, and that brings us to our last bit of news. Um, Delta has made her WWE NXT debut on NXT TV. Um, she has a new name. Um, she has a new gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
WWE tried to get the name Delta uh, for her so she can be Delta in WWE. But Delta Airlines had something to say about that, and they bitch
Yeah,
slapped
Delta.
WWE.
Yeah, Delta. I mean, I got a friend who works with Delta. I'm like, motherfucker, you need to quit tripping. But anyway.
Um, that's not out of new names for new wrestlers isn't out of the realm of WWE. They gave her a new name. I don't actually remember what it is at this time. I don't have it on my notes.
Zaria.
Zaria. Yeah, Zaria Airlines is gonna be pissed at her. Um, she made her debut in the last couple of seconds before NXT went off the air. Depending on where you live, those last 20 seconds were preempted, cutting her debut off. So not everybody that saw NXT saw um, Zaria's debut.
Entrance.
Yeah,
But anyone with Twitter probably seen it. So
I mean, true, but you want that first initial reaction, no?
true.
Um, you know, when somebody debuts, obviously WWE was not happy with all of this happening. Usually, when WWE isn't happy with a debut of a pro wrestler or something of this nature, it's usually on the performer. I don't remember a time when somebody debuted, and everything that went wrong with the debut was on the company rather than the performer.
True, but that also happens to be because keep in mind, them being live in one city, it comes on in another city. So therefore, the time crunch is a lot tighter. So, like, I mean, being on the West Coast, you're not getting the live version. You're getting a taped version of the live version.
I mean, true, but you know, it seems like WWE is kind of fucking up in some senses.
I mean, yeah, they could have. They're fucked up in the sense that they should have. If that was going to be their emphasis, they should have allowed more time for it to get to it.
Right.
Uh, I agree with that, and I also can say how CW works in. Let's say they were in Philly. Let's just say they were in Philly. CW working in Philly live is going to be totally different how CW is working in LA.
Right.
And I mean, just for I can make an example. So let's say like when something happens on Raw live, like a curse word or whatever the case may be, East Coast gets that live feed off the rip. By the time it gets to Cali on the West Coast and we're watching it, and I put quotation marks live, that's already been edited out.
Right.
So the thing that we're supposed to be looking for is already been wiped clean.
Right.
So that tells me that's a local network thing catching it, because they're not getting it live. It's not like it's broadcasting live. It's not like the NFL where it's broadcasting live all across that channel throughout the whole United States.
Right. You know, usually we give a lot of praise to WWE.
Oh yeah, no, they fucked that up, because if what they should have done is they should have gave that 10-minute buffer for her,
right,
regardless.
But no, what I'm saying is usually we're pretty, favorable to WWE. We praise WWE for a lot of the decisions they make, especially in this new Triple H era. Um, this was not a good week for WWE. Whether it was Jey Uso dropping the title, Samantha Irvin leaving, Carlito, the WrestleMania tickets, Delta's botch debut. Um, this was just a really bad. I don't want to say messed up. They fell flat on their fucking faces this week.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, and it's been a rough week because it didn't help. Well, Jey losing the title, I'm not gonna give him. I give him less grace because I understood what happened,
right.
and with what happened on SmackDown tonight, it even made way more fucking sense. See, this is what I was trying to tell y'all. So that I consider that a wash. The WrestleMania tickets, hell yeah, that's on them. This debut shit, yeah, it was on them, and they need to just. I mean, the same way we get in their ass, they just got to get better. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get better. It's just a matter of, hey, man, every week can't be the best week. They fucked it up. As long as they learn from it and move on and lower them goddamn ticket prices for the people that really want to go, then most people will be happy. Because, I mean, Jey ain't getting that title again, as you can see from last night. So
what?
He might get a rematch, but, I mean...
From your mat to Triple H's ears.
I mean, it ain't gonna happen. The Usos are back.
No, I mean about the ticket prices going down.
Oh, they're gonna go down just because the market is gonna. I mean, they're gonna go down eventually because the demand is gonna be, as it get. So, damn, I'm going back on this. So the algorithm is gonna make those prices go down eventually, because it makes no sense, because some people can have a price for $5,000, but eventually, let's say in January, it's going to be like, okay, no one bought this ticket. The algorithm's going to push it down to 3. And then as it gets closer, it's just going to keep slashing it to the point. Because prime example, you remember when Access used to have those VIP tickets and they used to be like $200?
Yeah.
So WrestleMania 33, you were able to get the day of Randy Orton Access VIP tickets for $50. Because the algorithm is pushing it down, because it makes no sense to try to push a price up, you know what I'm saying, as the event's getting closer. Unless it's like a once in a lifetime event, like the Kendrick Lamar pop out or something like that, something where it's like one time and one time only.
Right. All right. That will conclude our coverage of the news. And now a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.